What is up, guys? I just kind of decided to do a little talk about something, kind of inspired by. I was watching. One of the guys that watches my channel, his name is. He actually has his own channel called Holspa Metal. He's from Germany, I believe, and I watched some of his videos in it. I kind of got inspired because he commented on my take on Q5 when the mirror cracks, or I don't know, something about broken glass. I don't know. He commented on my review about that. I had kind of a negative take on that, and he actually likes it. So I wanted to check out his review, and I like his channel. It's really good. I recommend checking it out. But and I always say I like doing this because as long as people are being cool about it, I really like to see different opinions. You know, I'm not here to argue about anything or whatever. I actually like to know other people's opinions, and I respect other people's opinions. And you know, sometimes if you show me something that you know, if I don't like something, you might be able to convince me that there's something good about it, and I might check it out and like it later. It's happened before, but I watched his video on that, and I noticed he actually had vinyl records of the albums, which is super cool, and I'm super jealous of. But so it kind of led me to, I was kind of thinking, you know, I'm mainly a CD collector, so maybe I'll explain my opinions on different musical formats. Um, you know, why do I not show you vinyl? Why do I show you CD? Do I even have vinyl? Well, I'll talk about it. So, yes, I am primarily a CD collector, and I think there's a lot of reasons behind that. Mainly because when I first started buying CDs, I was around 11, 12 years old. So we were talking about like around the year 99, 2000 or so. Or, well, hold on. Earlier than that. Hold on a second. Maybe I wasn't 12. I don't know. I can't remember. It was somewhere around 99, 2000. Okay. That's when I bought my first CD, and of all things, it was Rob Zombie's Hellbilly Deluxe, of all things, until I discovered the magical Ride the Lightning that changed my life. But anyway, so CD was the thing when I first got started, and they're really, you know, it's really a practical thing to have. You just pop it in your CD player, and you're good to go. You know, and you had disc Walkmans and all this stuff, so it was a really convenient thing to listen to. You know, before iPods and all that. Um, so I started buying CD, and I guess I just never stopped. But there was a moment where I was like, "Oh, wouldn't it be cool to have like these things on vinyl?" And they were just hard to come by. And sadly, though, in the early 2000s, they probably would have been a lot easier to find if I were actually hunting for them. But by the time I started hanging out with my friend Dave, which was around the year 2004, is kind of around the time I think we were starting to get interested more in vinyl. And but the problem was, I mean, eBay and stuff existed, but I don't know. I just didn't use it really. I don't know because it was all new to me, and I had crappy dial up at the time, so I didn't get on the internet much. So we would try to go to record stores and find stuff, and occasionally we would find something cool. Like I found the first couple Metal Church at the same time. I believe it was the same time. Um, you know, I think one of the first things we ever found was Testament, the New Order, at a place in Bloomington, Indiana, and we both seen it. We were like, "Whoa!" You know, like so. And I bought some other things along the way, like Death Row, Raging Steel popped up. I bought that. You know, just there's some random stuff. I do got a few really cool vinyl, but that's the problem. It really is kind of a few compared to my CDs. I mean, my vinyls fit in like a little crate. Okay, like it's not that impressive, but my CDs fill up a whole wall. But another thing is, okay, you find vinyl, and then there's that little issue of the price, you know, because now they're collectibles. So it's not like, you spend $12, $15 on a brand new CD. They're trying to sell these things for like $20, $30, because they're collectibles. I mean, I've gotten some for better prices, but that's just kind of how it was most of the time. And when they started pressing the new vinyl, when they started getting popular again, I mean, dude, I was not going to spend 35, 40, $50 on a brand new vinyl. I just, man, and then they make them like real thick and they try to make them super duper quality, which is cool, but, and then they put all this stuff in it and it's this big fat, booklet, well, not booklet, but, the whole cardboard case. They just try to make it real fancy and thick and full of stuff. And I'm like, guys, you don't need to do this. Just make a freaking floppy vinyl for $15. I don't really care about all this fancy stuff. But I could buy like 3 brand new CDs for the price of 1 new vinyl. So, I just never jumped on that bandwagon because I wanted, even though I think vinyl are cooler, I wanted more stuff. There was a bunch of stuff I still wanted, and instead of like just buying something expensive and cool, I'd rather have a bunch of something that was practical. But that, again, let's go back to how do I actually feel about vinyl in the long run? Well, I do think it's cooler. I really do. I think vinyl is the ultimate format in some ways for like a cool factor because it's pure. I mean, it's analog. It's you've got a giant album cover, and I'm really, really into album art. Like that is huge to me, and bigger is always better. And like I don't know. I just think it's cool just to see a wall of vinyl more than just a wall of CDs. But alas, I'm not going to pay the price for all those and to collect everything that I got. And I didn't want to buy everything I had twice. You know what I mean? Like, what a money pit. I mean, if I was rich, sure, I would go out and, I mean, if I had a magic wand and I could turn all of my CDs into like a vinyl equal of it, absolutely, absolutely, I would do that. And the only other issue, I've been burned on vinyl. Like I've I got like a bunch of Iron Maidens that like skip. I mean, I've bought a lot of vinyls that skip, and I've cleaned them, and I can't fix it. But when I buy CDs, I mean, yeah, I've bought a few that skip, but it was only a few. So I just stuck with the CD thing. But when I see somebody with a cool vinyl collection, I am so jealous though, because that to me is the ultimate. And but CDs really are the most practical for me all around because they're small. You can take them anywhere really easily, like especially in the car here when I do my videos. I can rip them into my computer and put them on my phone, so I can put my CDs on the shelf, not wear them out or anything or get them scratched, and they're always safe. So I like that aspect of them. And let's see what else about that. Um, there's also other formats too, like cassette tape. I have never ever really been into cassette tapes because that's another thing. Longevity is something that's important too. Cassette tapes, for instance. I'm from the era where cassette tapes were still kind of practical. Okay, in the '90s, most cars had tape decks still. That was a common thing. So I've had stereos eat my tapes before, and that is annoying. And you have to get out the pencil and try to wind it back. Yeah, old school problems. But I get why cassette tape was a thing. I get why it served its purpose. It was better than 8-track, which I never had to deal with myself. And I get it. But once the CD came in, we all had Walkmans. Like there was really no point in cassette tapes, and there's kind of a new fad. I think it's all just nostalgia because I don't really see anything special about cassette tapes now. But yeah, that's kind of why. And the only other thing about vinyl that can happen is they will last you a long time, But if you keep playing that thing, that needle keeps going on it, eventually it will wear it out. And I hate that. But CD, it's a laser, so you can never really wear it out. But there is something called CD rot that I don't really know how real this is, but I guess eventually your CD can just kind of start to get oxygen to it and get discolored and stop working or something. I don't really know the science, but I've barely looked into it because it's freaking scary. But I have not known it to happen to anything that I've owned, and I've got CDs, original pressings from the 80s, and we're talking like 30-year-old freaking CDs, man. And it's not happened yet. So I don't know if it will or not. If it ever starts to happen, I'm going to start selling off all my stuff while I can, because that if there's no future for it. But I don't know, man. But that's kind of what I go for. To me, the format for cool factor, I would say vinyl, CD, then tape, then 8-track. But as far as being practical for my life, I would say CD is the ultimate all around. But I don't know. It's just something I just kind of felt like talking about, because I really do like vinyl and I really want to collect it, but unless I get rich or something, and it's probably not going to happen. But anyway, if you like these little chats or like this video, like, subscribe. Talk to you later. Stay metal.